So, what sort of study environment did you have? I mean, it sounds like you used the computer for a fair bit of your study.
Yeah, just desk. So I had a desk in my room, laptop there, with the internet obviously, and when I wasn't doing... That's actually one thing in hindsight that I don't think I did very well. I used to use the computer a lot, and you're HSC, you're effectively sitting written exams. So there's no point in... My advice is try and use the computer as little as possible. When you're given work, try and do as much of it handwritten, within reason. If you have to do a lot, obviously do it on the computer, type it out, which is quicker. But I find that practicing writing, practicing thinking like that on paper is an infinitely more important skill than doing it on the computer. You'll find there are people who can write some excellent essays, typing them out, but when it gets to actually on the spot, 45 minutes, they're not very good. One, because their handwriting is shocking. Two, because it's almost like the flow from thought to paper isn't as strong as it should be. So that's one thing that I don't think the previous years prepare you that well for. If you can practice that in year 11 and 12, I think you do very well. But coming back to study environment, desk, don't work. Like I know people like working sitting on their bed. It's not good because the mind associates the bed with sleep, and so you're inclined to fall asleep rather than actually do work sitting on your bed. Admittedly, my sister does that. She does it quite well. So that's just me. But I found just working at a desk, taking regular breaks, door open, window open, well ventilated, 22 degrees if you want to down to that precise point, which I think is what a working environment is. But yeah, nothing too spectacular.
And so you did do a lot on the computer with the internet. A lot of students do that. How did you deal with the issue of procrastinating with Facebook, with surfing the internet while studying? Was it just discipline, or?
Yeah, as unfriendly as that word sounds, it was. Yeah. So not having email open, not having Facebook open when you're trying to do work, just shut it, open it, and then shut it again. Look, we ended up coordinating after a while to get everyone on Facebook you want to speak to within between 7 and 8 o'clock, rather than having to make contact with these people throughout an afternoon. So you get basically all the socialising done out of your system and then focus on doing work. Okay. And I think for the 6 weeks leading up to the agency, you should just deactivate it altogether. I think even Mark Zuckerberg, who went to Harvard College, would have deactivated it to do exams there. So it does happen, and it's like you go without, but it does help. Yeah, it is a chronic time waster. I mean, you look at the chat and there are people up to 1 AM in the morning, which can't be good in the long term. It's not sustainable.